What is up, Tacoma? How's everyone doing tonight? Hell yeah. I'm your host, Narin Van. Today is Roastamania. Clap your hands if you've ever been to a roast battle before. Just this section, that's the only one here. We got a bunch of fucking Mormons over here, just has never been insulted ever. All right, so here's the thing. This is Roastamania, how it is. We're just gonna say mean things to each other, and you guys are gonna pick the winner, okay? Now, the thing is, we've been all in a group chat where we said mean shit to each other for like the last 2 weeks, so we've all agreed these things are okay. We're gonna be talking about each other's divorces, criminal histories, how we're bad parents, our drug histories, and all this kind of shit. We got some really fucked up people on the show, guys. We're gonna lay it all on the line here for you guys, and all you guys have to be is just laugh and don't be a little bitch. That's all I'm just trying to ask you to do. This is the show where we're gonna say a lot of fucked up things, okay? And the things we have things that are off limits that we're not gonna say. We all respect each other. This is like the most I don't like to use like the word PC, whatever, but like this is the kind of show where we all agree to really fuck each other up, and I hope you guys enjoy it, okay? Like for real, there's one lady, like she sat like in the front row with her arms crossed the whole entire time. It's like she came to a roast battle show and she got mad. Like, bitch, what is your problem, you know? She looks at the guy, like, it's like going to a NASCAR event and be mad that they're speeding, you know, what's going on? But yeah, so yeah, anyways, my name is Narin Van, I'm your host. I grew up very, very poor, I did. So you did grow up poor, it's awful, right? And the thing is like, growing up poor, that means you got beat up by a shoe, you know? And you know how much worse you get beat up by a shoe when you're Asian? Because I had to make that fucking shoe early on in the day. It's crazy though. I loved watching a lot of cartoons back in the day. I watched Captain Planet. Captain Planet was a great show, but I started to realize Captain Planet is the fakest cartoon ever. You're telling me a guy with a mullet has a diverse group of friends? I don't fucking believe it, okay? That's not how it works out. It's wild. You know, it's great though, guys. Like my thing is like, I have very dramatic parents. I'm like, hey mom, I'm gonna go to the store, do you want anything? I'm going to Costco, you want anything? My mom's like, yeah, grandchildren. Like, mom, chill, okay? I was gonna give you a hot dog at best, okay? Like my mom said, she wants me to give her kids. I'm like, mom, like, no, not in this economy, okay? Like, I still use your Netflix password, okay? Like, and that costs $12, you know? Like, I can't afford a kid right now, okay? Just chill. But the thing is, I love my parents. I try to do whatever I can for my parents. I love them. Like, the thing is, for Mother's Day, I'm like, Mom, Mother's Day, I want to make you food for Mother's Day, okay? Because you've been making food for me my entire life. Let me make you food for Mother's Day. So my mom uses the opportunity to go snoop around my house to look for things to get mad at, because that's what brown women do. You know, they're just never happy. So my mom went to my bedroom, and she found a blowtorch in my bedroom. She's like, what the hell is this? Why do you have a blowtorch in your bedroom? And I have to lie to my mom about doing something perfectly legal in this state. I have to lie to my mom on Mother's Day about how I like to smoke weed. So now, every time my mom comes over, I have to fucking make creme brulee every time she comes over now. And that's the thing, look, so the next month is Father's Day. Okay, all right, Dad, for Father's Day, let me take you out somewhere, okay? I'm not gonna let my dad run around my house. So, but I live in Auburn now. I'm like, my dad's like, son, for Father's Day, Dad, where do you want to go? He's like, son, I saw a Chinese restaurant down the hill. I want to check that out. I'm like, Dad, we can't go there, okay? That restaurant sucks dick, all right? Now my dad's a 70-year-old Cambodian guy, doesn't know that means two different things. So my dad's like, perfect, I want to go check out this restaurant. Like, Dad, no, that's not what it means, okay? It's like, my dad's like, son, I know exactly what it means, okay? Like, Dad, no, son, I know exactly what it means, and your mom hasn't done it to me in 20 years. Can you please go check this out? Like, Dad, that's disgusting, stop it. Okay, we can't go there, Dad. The food, it tastes like ass. It tastes like ass. And my dad's like, son, you don't have to sell me in this restaurant anymore. I'd love to go check it out. And here's the thing, guys, I love holidays. It's crazy though, like during the holidays and Christmas time, my friends, like, they send me a postcard of their family and stuff. My friends sent me a postcard, which is cool, I get a lot of them. But my friend got really drunk at a bar a couple of weeks ago. He's like, hey, Narin, did you get my postcard of the family? Like, yeah, it's totally fine. But she got more trash throughout the night. She's like, hey, Narin, does it make you sad that I send you my postcard? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, like you're a single guy without a family, and I'm sending you a picture of my family during the holidays having a good time. Does that make you feel sad? I'm like, it didn't before, bitch. So now on his Mother's Day, I just sent her a picture of me taking a nap. That's what I do instead. Just rub it in her face. And for Father's Day, I just sent her a picture of me buying eggs because they're fucking expensive. That's what I do. No, it's great. Things are hell expensive. I'm not really a political comment, guys. I'm not. But like, here's the thing. I saw that Elon Musk did the Nazi hand signal. And before you guys argue on that, he did this thing first. That's what made the Nazi hand signal. Obama waved his hand like this. Hillary waved her hand like this. But he didn't touch their fucking chest first and make this thing. This is what made it the Nazi thing, okay? And people are like, no, you can't make fun of him, okay? He's autistic. He's autistic. Like, that's a dumb excuse. If anything, he's Auschwitzistic. And then, No, it's good though, guys. I like to mess around. I like to say a lot of dark stuff. I gotta get you guys primed and ready for these dark things they say here. Because these guys are gonna say some real messed up things. Like, for example, like, one of the things I said to my friends, I just realized, like, when my friends get drunk, you ever play Fuck, Marry, Kill? Okay, there was just 4 of them that I can't do. If it was 3, I could have played. We had Fuck, Marry, Kill is when you find 3 girls. Like, 1 you want to fuck, 1 you want to marry, 1 you want to kill, okay? Do you think O.J. Simpson got confused and just did it all on one girl? No, that's a little messed up, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it's just the thing, like, I do like to say messed up things on stage. Like, the thing is, I used to grow up a very wholesome kid. Like, my favorite movie as a kid was Air Bud. Air Bud was a great movie. But also made me think, Air Bud plays a lot of sports. Like, how long was that dog in high school? That's crazy. You have to get good grades to play the school. But that doesn't make sense. He was a basketball player, a football player, and he also played a bunch of other sports. You know what athlete? Air Bud was unstoppable. You know what athlete would destroy Air Bud? Michael Vick. I'll tone it down. Okay, a little too far. That's the part that went too far. Okay. I have 2 more things about the Holocaust that I'm not going to do now. I'm just kidding, guys. But yeah, we got some fun people in the show. Oh, by the way, cheers, everyone. My bad. Cheers. There we go. Oh, man, driving here was a nightmare because like people forget how to drive when it rains a little bit. Yeah, I got stuck behind a car. The car said student driver and a baby on board on the same car. So that guy can't pull out for shit. That car's from Lakewood. Yeah, no, it's good there, guys. Also, if you guys keep your table talk to a minimum, because we will fuck you up later, okay? That's what we're going to do. Just get fair warning, not to any particular table out here, but yeah, we're going to fuck you up, okay? That's what we're going to do. We say mean things. Like, guys, people say mean things to me like all the time, just out of the blue, because they know I run the roast battle show here. Like, here's the thing. Like, we actually had a review. This is a real review at the other club. So I'm usually the host. I've been the host of the show for like over 5-6 years now. And then like we had a review, and this lady didn't know it was roast battle night. Because like we didn't go to, like we went to the rules briefly, but she got in here late. And the review went something like this. And most of the time, I'm the only brown guy in the show, most of the time, because Seattle. And so this is how the review went. This is a real review of Tacoma Comedy Club on Google. The lady said, I went to my first comedy show, and it was roast battle night, whatever that means. So she didn't listen to the beginning of the part of the show. And she said, that was the most racist experience I've ever been to in my entire life. All they did was make fun of the brown guy the entire time. I felt so bad, I just wanted to give him a hug. I wanted to cry. I felt so bad for him. This was the most racist experience I've ever had in my entire life. 2 stars. So like my friend's like, no, did you see the review? Like, all right, let me check it out. I checked out her review. 2 days later, she went to IHOP. She gave IHOP 1 star. What the fuck happened at IHOP that was worse than racism, guys? The review with something like this. My coffee was cold. Bitch, are you serious? That was worse than racism? I thought her review would be something like this. Like, yeah, I went to IHOP and the special was go back to your country fried steak. How would you like the eggs? Segregated. Segregated, please. There we go. It's weird that we're kind of split on the segregation joke, but it's fine. I would do one more thing before I get out of here. I want to see how dark I could go. Yeah, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So here's the thing, like, as comedy, these are just jokes. We just like to say things. But there's some comics who don't like to do shows because they don't like woke people, you know? Some comics don't like woke people. I think there's a market for any kind of guy. I don't mind woke people at all. But you know what comic really hates woke people? Bill Cosby. It's fine though. He does love women for Generation Z. All right, you guys ready for our next comic tonight? Our next comic is a veteran. He's a veteran and his first time doing Roastamania. Keep it good for Tony Cardoza, everybody.
Hey, keep it going for your host, Naren Van again, everybody. So I used to get told that I look like a cop a lot. So I got a lot of tattoos and piercings, and now I just look like a gay cop. That's like desperately trying to infiltrate a Maroon 5 concert. Makes it really hard to buy drugs, I've come to find. Like, would you sell me drugs? Fuck. Smart. I'm not a cop, but I am a tattletale, so you'd go straight to fucking jail. Just kidding. What's your name, man? Nick. Nice to meet you. You from Tacoma? Yeah, dude, I fucking love Tacoma. I moved here recently. It's like the most diverse city I've ever lived, you know? So you have like this beautiful park, like Wrights Park, right? And like 5 feet away, there'll be a dude fighting a raccoon for a piece of pizza. And like, I don't know if it's about territory or if it's like a lover's quarrel. I know I'm not giving many fucking money, so. No, another thing is, I was out at Walmart out here, right? And I walked in, and the guy, the little dude that's at the front, right, the receipt sniper or whatever the fuck they're called, he was wearing hockey pads and MMA gloves. And all I could think is, who is kicking this guy's ass? Because it has to be frequent. Or is that part of his uniform? Like, dude, get a bigger guy. You know, but I know what you guys are thinking, like, he's probably on the spectrum or something, right? Nope, talk to him, totally normal. Like, he's like a guy that you would imagine probably profiles people in the toll section. Probably always get it. You guys hate this, no doubt. But another thing that's crazy about us is our homeless, right? Like I was walking down Broadway the other day, and there was this telephone pole, and on it there was a wire, and on the wire there was a sign that said, "Not copper, holds no monetary value." And I was like, that's nice, you know? You don't want to waste their time. Sure, they got a busy day of being shirtless and yelling at birds, you know? And you know they would have gotten electrocuted immediately, dude. They would have opened that up with their teeth if they had to. But another crazy thing, we had a bombing out here at a homeless encampment. Did you guys hear about that? Yeah, it was like last year, there was a bombing, right? And all I could think was when the governor said he was fixing the homeless problem. It's not exactly what I voted for, but God damn it, does it get results. A little bit more about me. I'm in a relationship. Anybody else in a relationship in here? Being in a relationship's nice. My girlfriend, she's Puerto Rican, so you guys know what that means. Yeah. She fucking hits me. It wouldn't be so bad if she didn't make sound effects after. She's like a Batman cartoon. She's like, boom, bang, pow. She stops hitting me when I stop, you know, making the sound effects, so nice little thing we got. No, I liked it, though, because I was really bad at dating. You know, I never really got too good with that. Like, I got broken up with in a corn maze once. It's like, joke's on her, I knew the exit, so left her ass right there. Joke's on me, she was my ride, so like, had to wait for her to solve a corn maze, and then she like came out with like another guy, And that really hurt, because I felt like a real corn on the cuck, you know? I was shuck-holded, is what I'm saying. Now, speaking of that, one time I was on Tinder, right? And I had this chick message me, and she was like, hey, would you fuck me in front of my husband? And I went, of course. I'm a gentleman. But yeah, so we go to like meetups. She brings her husband. It's kind of their thing, right? And like, I'm sure you guys have like an image of like what a cuck is in your head. Not this guy. This guy was fucking huge. Dwarfed me, dude. I was like, what am I in this situation? Then he took his hat off and he was a ginger, and I was like, it makes sense. Like, I'd do that too. But we're like drinking, we're talking, they're fun, whatever. We go back to their house, and I'm not gonna get too graphic, all right? But I drank a little too much. You know, like little guy wasn't little guying, you know what I'm saying? Fellas, we've all had ED, right? Now imagine you have an ED in front of an audience. And that dude is fucking hard. And eventually they're starting to get that like something's not going, you know? So she's like, is this gonna happen? I'm like, can you give me a second? Like, this is the most embarrassing moment of my entire life, right? And the husband chimes up from his little cuck throne. And he's like, hey man, if this isn't gonna happen, like, that's okay. And I went, am I being pitied by a cuck right now? Like, is that how fucking far my life has gone? But yeah, so I'm like, I'm sorry. I start getting dressed. I'm like, I'm sorry, this is unprofessional. But I fucked up. I put my shirt on first, you know? Bad move. Bad move. Don't want to be shirt cocking it in front of a couple that you just got ED for, you know? I'm standing there like Winnie the Pooh. I look like a sad toddler, you know? Yeah, so then the husband's like, hey man, can I give you a ride home? And I was like, no fucking way. Like, I've inconvenienced you fine people enough, you know? So like, I'm like, whatever, I go outside, I'm sitting on the curb, and then their fucking neighbor comes out, right? And he's like, hey buddy, like, what the fuck are you doing in front of my house at this time, you know? So I give him like a down and dirty of his neighbor's down and dirties, you know? And he was like, damn man, that sucks, how do you feel? And I was like, I kind of want to kill myself. And he was like, I think your Uber's here, so have a good night. So I've been looking at buying a gun recently. Relax. I'm gonna kill myself with it. You gotta feel a little bit of pullback, all right? It's okay. It's my decision. No, but you guys ever thought about it? Like, I'm not gonna do it, obviously, probably, but like, you guys ever thought about, like, if you did, you know, like, it's gotta be a gun, right? It's quick, it's portable. You could do it in an Arby's bathroom, you know? Just like fuck up some minimum wage workers' day. They're like, sir, we're not serving the Shamrock Shake. And you're like, that's it, dude. Like, that was the final straw right there. Like, rope, dude, like, I don't know shit about rope, you know? I don't know which one to get. I don't know which one's gonna itch. I don't want to die itchy, that'd suck, you know? I don't know how much to get. Like, can you imagine if you didn't get enough? You're like, son of a bitch, it took me like an hour, dude. Now I gotta go back to Home Depot. Go see that cashier, and he's like, no, you didn't have it in you, pussy. Then you see like the little Snicker bar by the cashier, and you're like, what the hell, I'll treat myself, you know? Don't have to pay for that one later. Knots, dude, I don't know how to tie a fucking noose. You know, the only thing the Boy Scouts ever taught me was how to get molested. Holy shit, was I good at that. Another thing is, you can't just Google how to tie a noose, guys, you know? It starts shooting you like support lines and shit. Shut up, Siri, you're not my fucking friend. You're for porn. And how to pronounce fucking shipped shooter breed. Shipped shooter, the board with the cheese, that thing. Gotta get that one down, dude. I'm so sick of dudes at circle glasses laughing at me, you know? As they climb into their fucking Subaru Outbacks. That's a real guy I'm thinking of right now. No, let's see what else. My parents, right? My mother, she's one of those like spiritual chicks, you know, loves her crystals, especially the ones you smoke. Could not get enough of those, dude. They were like crack. Fucking loved them. It was cool because it's like we didn't have like board game night. We had like take apart a VCR night. It's like she was trying to build a time machine so she could go back in time to 20 minutes ago when she still had meth. You know? The best thing about having a tweaker mom, though, is the shit they say, you know? Because, my mom just rambles, you know? Like, one time I saw her tell a 30-minute story to a wall. Worst part is she was lying the whole time. I'm telling you, dude, if like saying useless bullshit could be converted into some sort of power source, my mom would be a very powerful woman. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys on this joke. I'm in therapy. I don't know if you guys can tell that. And my therapist was like, I think you're a narcissist. And I went, damn, we figured it out. I need a new therapist. This one's gaslighting me. Anyway, that's my time. My name's Tony Cardozo. Thank you guys.
He's gonna get fucked up really bad pretty soon. His opponent coming to the stage. Keep going for Crispin Melchior, everybody.
Ooh, it's exciting, huh? I got a notification on my phone right before I got up here because a couple of years ago I lost like 70 pounds, right, which was awesome. My friends decided to go on my don't woo yet. My friends decided to go on my Facebook, look at a picture from 2018, and now I know they looked because they left a comment for me. It just said, "Oof." Yeah. A lot of O's to remind me I was fat. That was rude. I love them though. They met my new roommate when I moved out here. They're really nice about it. They're like, "Dude, she's so cool and so cute. Any chance?" I was like, "Absolutely not. We're friends, right? Lord forbid we did something to ruin that friendship. That'd be awful." Mm-mm. Also, she won't. I've tried a lot. Nah, she's been pretty cool. A lot of new things, man. I got a new job, which is pretty fun. There's a locker room. I don't know how I feel, you know? People are like, you think someone's gonna look? I'm like, I don't know, you know? But I know when I go to a buffet, I'm not gonna eat all the foods they have, but I know it's fun to walk around and peek and see what they got, you know? It's like every once in a while, you're just like, oh, I wouldn't eat that, but damn, I can see why someone would, you know? Not for me, but nice. Yeah. My coworkers found out I do comedy. They're like, tell us a joke, we want to come support you. I was so excited, and then I picked that one, and they were like, we don't want to see any more of anything else, so that's my bad. I make awkward things sometimes, you know? Jesus, that's a hard cough, dude, that's a smoker's cough, sorry. I'm distracted easy, that's my bad. I recently went to get a vasectomy consultation. Heard that was cool. All right, yeah. Did not go well. I was nervous and I put the gown on and then I looked down and there was like a giant hole right here. And I was like, I've seen an episode of House. This ain't right. And then the doctor walked in. No knock, just a lot of disappointment. You know, he's like, oh my God, what are you doing? He's like, you know what? You should definitely get a vasectomy. Just so quick. It was a quick consultation. It cost me $95 to get my feelings hurt. Yeah. He's like, you gonna do it? I'm like, no. Like, you already hurt my feelings. I'm not gonna let you hurt my balls too, you know? You know. It's weird how fast things can change. I don't have a roommate anymore. I got my own place, not to brag. Yeah. Weird, yeah. Isn't it weird when people clap that you have your own apartment? You know, they're just like, yeah, you did it. The first day I was moving in there, my neighbor stops me. She's like, hey, so do you live here or do you work here? Which one? And I was like, nice. Yeah. I don't want to give her too much shit. I think it's just the first time she's ever seen a Mexican moving his own shit. She was like, whoa, you do that? I was like, we got stuff too sometimes. It's crazy. She was really sweet though. She came to my door after and she's like, hey, if you ever need anything, I know it's hard when you're moving alone. I'm right there. And I was like, all right. And then she winked at me and scuttled off. Yeah, that's a terrible idea. Yeah. I don't know if anybody's ever hooked up with a neighbor. Never goes well. You can tell who's done it by who laughs. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like hooking up with a neighbor is like, it's kind of like when you drop food on the floor and you're like, it's right there, you know? I could eat it, but like it's kind of gross, you know? But also like, I'm gonna do it. No, I'm not. I say I'm not, but like, sometimes I get hungry, so we'll see. You know, my neighbor doesn't like that joke, but I like it, so I keep saying it. I don't know. It was kind of weird. She was like taller than me. I'm not a tall guy, you know, I accept that. This guy's nodding really hard. He's like, yeah, you're not. He's like, yeah. But my buddy asked me, he's like, would you ever hook up with somebody taller than you? And I was like, oh, buddy, come on. You think I haven't had to put a pillow under my knees so that doggy style is comfortable for both of us, you know? I know my height, you know, I'm not rude. I'm not gonna make some tall, beautiful woman break her back because I didn't get a growth spurt. That's not fair. You know? It does have to be a pillow, just a word of advice. It can't be like a phone book. You know? Pages get wet. Yeah, it's weird. Then if they're different area codes, she's like, you're leaning, and then you gotta put sugar packets under one side. It's embarrassing. I wish some of these were jokes. That would be nice. It's not a joke. I've been having weird moments. I'm back to like being single again and stuff, and I was with somebody new, and she was like, would you mind choking me a little bit? I was like, what's a little bit of that, you know? Like, I don't, like if you told me I want a little bit of salt on my burger, and if I fuck up, you're like, oh, that's too salty, gross. I'm like, I get it, but if I do too much of like this, like you might not be alive, you know? It's scary. I'm glad she asked though. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I have been choked before when I didn't ask for it. I wasn't expecting it. And she just fucking snatched up my neck, dude, like an eagle snatching up a happy salmon. I was terrified, you know? I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but I fucking cried a little bit, you know? I made some noises I'm not proud of. You know? She's like, sorry, I was finishing. And I'm like, you almost finished my life, and I'm afraid. I don't know. That was sort of, she's like, are you okay? I'm like, fuck no, dude. Because I also came a little bit. Now I'm confused about myself and everything else in my life. You know, weird. Things have changed from that, too. A lot of changes happening lately. I started dating somebody new, and I was like, hey, like, I got to ask, are you going to want me to choke you at some point? It seems to come up a lot. And she was like, oh, God, no. Actually, I have asthma. I was like, oh, well, look at that. She's like, yeah, so my body will choke me for you. I was like, oh, nice. And that's confusing in a different way, because now, like, chicks who wheeze, that's like my kink. I'm like, I'm always taking your breath away. This is fun. Not fun for them. My bad. You know, I had this weird moment. Was anybody here spanked as a kid? I got to know if this is relatable. Yeah? Nice. Well, if you want to get spanked as an adult, I got time and I'm good at it, so just an offer. I was in bed with somebody, right? I didn't think I had any problems or issues, and then halfway through, she brings her hand back, and she just swat, and she hit me so hard. I didn't know I was going to have this reaction, dude. I jumped up. I was like, oh, dude, I'll fucking run away. Yeah. I didn't know I was going to say that, you know? So, like, we just stood there, and I was like, it's an empty threat. I'm not going to go anywhere. It's back to childhood, just getting spanked and not going anywhere. You know? You see why I wish a lot of these were jokes? Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. A lot of people ask, they're like, how do you, like, say this stuff on stage in front of strangers? I'm like, dude, you don't know my fucking life. I used to be a chef. Does anybody like hibachi? I used to be a hibachi chef. Yeah. I used to juggle fire. I'd throw shrimp at people so hard, you know? I also did the onion volcano, if anybody likes that. I also did a lot of cocaine, just so fast. I didn't even know I liked drugs, dude. I took like one whiff. I was like, well, hold on. I don't have to sleep, and the good times never have to end. This is amazing. And then it turns out the good times do end. Yeah, if you're wondering where, it is in court really fast. Swiftly. My friends like to remind me like how crazy I used to be to keep me off drugs. And one night, so the person I was dating at the time, cool person, would walk up and she would stick her tongue out, and I knew what that meant. I would hold her face, dip my pinky in it, put a little bit on her tongue, and then I'd be like, whoa, hey, what do you say? She'd be like, thank you, Daddy. And then I'd kiss her and I'd be like, get out of here. I don't know what was wrong with me, and that should be the worst part of the story, but it's not. That same night, my buddy walks up, he's like, hey, do you have any left? And I was like, So I grabbed the knife, I scooped some up, I grabbed his face, and he's like, I was like, here. And he's like, cool. And I was like, whoa, hey, what do you say? And he's like, thank you, Daddy. Yeah. And then I kissed him and I go, get out of here. Yeah. The weirdest part of that story is that guy is now a fireman. It's just, I was like messaging him, I'm like, dude, I can't believe you're out there saving lives, you know? Remember when I was giving you smooches for cocaine? And he's always like, stop messaging me this. And I'm like, it's still crazy. You know? I do want to talk about my grandma at least once while I'm up here. My grandma's wild. I try to learn to cook from her for my future family, and halfway through she gets hammered, starts telling me stories. She likes to tell me about times her and my grandpa hooked up, which is very confusing as a grandson, you know? Because I know how, like, every family recipe begins and how my grandpa finishes. It's weird. Yeah. It's not something I wanted to know. I also want to talk to somebody. You in the hat, you seem nice. You ever gotten roadhead before? Yeah, he's like, you know it. I love the lady with you. She's like, yeah. Well, you're in luck, because I need a ride home. So, I will drive if that makes it better for you. I'm a giver, so, I love that. You had a nice general reaction, and I appreciate and respect that. I stopped saying that at certain bars, because after a show one time, like 4 guys walked up, and they're like, hey, yo, so you need that ride? Or like, what's up with it? I was like, I do. All right, you have a good fucking night. Thank you.
Keep it going for Crispin, everybody. That was Big Bag's opponent, Tony Cardoza. All right, Tony. What we're gonna do is we'll do rock, paper, scissors, shoot to see who gets to go first. You can tell 5 jokes, okay? So, all right, just taking out the jacket. There we go. All right, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. God. Huh? Let me go. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. There we go. All right, I love it. Just remember, he's a soldier, and normally he shoots guys that look like him. It's gonna be crazy, guys. So who's going first? You go first? Okay, there we go. First joke number 1. There we go.
It's exciting. I'll share some inside stuff. Tony is my friend. He's one of my bestest friends, and his nickname is our little rough, tough cream puff. That's not the roast. Sorry. His favorite movie, he's Italian, so his favorite movie is Rocky, which I thought was very nice and sweet. But it turns out his second favorite movie is Roots. I was like, oh. I'm starting to suspect he just likes watching black guys get hit.
So you are a cop. That's great. That's crazy.
Crispin looks like he could be one of those characters in that show, The Gladiator, but only the scenes with gay sex.
Wasn't acting. I loved it.
Joke number 2.
I just want to give a round of applause. One of my bestest friends came out as part of the LGBTQ community, so I do want to give that up to him. He's nervous about it. He told me he's bipolar, and during his manic episodes, he just has to go out and do karaoke. But it's always at a gay bar, and I'm like, I think he's mixing up bipolar and bisexual. I knew it.
You can see him at the Mix this coming weekend.
Crispin once bombed a Laughs audition so bad he was scared he'd never work in Seattle again. Joke was he wasn't working there to begin with.
Whoa. A Mexican that doesn't steal jobs? That's fucking crazy, guys. 3.
I didn't know you knew the name of Laughs. It's something you never get. No, I was kidding. He actually did really good, so that doesn't work.
You're too nice, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. I feel bad. Tony, I feel like he's like a father's worst fear, you know? Because he's handsome, he's polite, but he will give your daughter chlamydia.
Crispin grew up without a father figure, which if you ever talk to him is pretty fucking obvious.
Joke 4.
I feel like that was just a fact. I was like, what? Tony is a soldier, as we've talked about, and I love watching him, live his career. It's like watching a live-action Forrest Gump, He does do a lot for the community, especially when Black Lives Matter came around and people were out there screaming. He was right there next to him screaming, "No, they don't!"
Crispin reads a lot of self-awareness books, which makes it funnier every time I watch him bomb.
Hey, now he's Al Pastor, not Cada, okay? 5. Is that no? 5? No, one more is 5. That's 4.
One more is 5?
Yeah, one more.
So stingy. So he's like, no. I want to end on like a compliment. First off, dude, you look great. I know you've been losing weight. You're looking as skinny as I've ever seen you. Good for him. He's been trying. I love Tony as a person because he's like one of the most handsome people I know. He somehow pulls off looking like a handsome man and a handsome lesbian at the same time. It's amazing.
Your turn, ma'am.
I'm really good friends with Crispin and his girlfriend, right? And Crispin let me know that his girlfriend rarely gives him oral because she doesn't like the taste of pussy in her mouth.
Give it up for both of them, guys. Give it up for both of them. Crispin cheated. He took off his shirt to get the women vote. That's what he fucking did. All right, next time coming stage, doing Roastamania for the first time. Keep it for Robert. Keep it going for Robert Pinner, everybody.
What's up, y'all motherfuckers? I say y'all because I'm from Texas. I say motherfuckers because it's gender neutral. I look like a guy that will use words like fixin', dadgummit, skedaddle. Also look like I should have took the Plan B pill like 6 months ago. I look pregnant. I don't know what you need to worry about. My water breaking on stage or my button popping off and hitting this guy straight in the forehead. I'm a 4. I used to be an 8, but she took the other half in a divorce. I am a 3-time dad bod calendar model, though, that is true. But unfortunately, all those proceeds went to charity, right? But it did inspire me to get my OnlyFans account. It's called Beard Belly and Beyond. It's just me doing a bunch of cuddling. I will be the little spoon, the big spoon, it doesn't matter. Because everybody knows that spooning always leads to forking anyway, right? I'm worried about my mom, guys. We had an intervention for her recently. She's a hoarder. We're hoping to get her hooked on meth. Yeah, maybe she'll start selling all her stuff. Right. My mom used to beat me with a plastic hanger when I was little. I think she regrets not using the metal one when I was a lot younger. It's an abortion joke, guys. It's okay. It's legal to tell that joke here. Not in Texas. When I was little, I would stand in front of the TV and Nana be watching her soaps and she'd be like, "You make a better door than you do a window. Your daddy wasn't a glassmaker." And then I look at Nana and be like, "Yeah, well, what was he?" He was gone. That's what he was. I grew up without a dad, raised up by my mom and my grandparents. I found out recently they were lying to me for many years. They told me I was part native. Found that's not true. Yeah, they told me I was part Cherokee. And the crazy thing is I don't resemble a Jeep at all. No, but I did investigate. I got my 23andMe. I found out I'm a 75% English Irish, 15% assorted cracker. Yeah, and the last 10% I'm claiming to be Mexican by assimilation. I grew up with nothing but Mexicans in Texas, you know. All my homies are Mexican. My stepdad's Mexican, that makes me step Mexican. My foul partner's Mexican. Do you know what a foul partner is? That's the guy you get caught committing a felony with. I am a felon, aggravated robbery, even though I was kind of calm when I did it. Right. You know, some people get multiple felonies and run for president. I get one felony and now Airbnb has now banned me. It's like, where am I supposed to hide my guns at now? Right. No, I did get probation for the felony, and what I found on probation was Jesus and cocaine. Cocaine because I could pass a drug test in 3 days. Jesus because, well, everybody was doing it. I didn't get in a gang back then, guys, because I'm also colorblind. And I like to skip. Gangsters do not skip. Right? I do love the Mexican culture. I eat a lot of the food. I like the unique food like chicharrones and menudo and barbacoa. I look like a damn torta up here. Right. I did think I was native so much that I got a tattoo of a native on my back. Right. And my homies had a nickname for me. They called me Cool Arrow. Or better pronounced in Spanish, culero. Okay. I know, some speak Spanish. For all the white people, I'll bring subtitles next time. It means butthole, guys. It means butthole. It's okay. I watched Magic Mike for the first time not too long ago. You seen it? Yeah. I was not impressed. Not a single magician throughout the whole movie. Not one magic trick. I love magic, mainly because when I was little, I made my dad disappear. Right? Y'all heard of an Irish goodbye? Right? You dip, right? You know, right? Don't say a word, right? Well, I'm here to teach you what I like to call the Texas goodbye. All right. So you're out with your significant other. Once again, we say significant other because that's gender neutral, right? So you're there and you'd be like, well, and it's supposed to be code word. It's time to go, right? Now this can work anywhere. You're at a birthday party, the candles get blown out. Well, maybe you're at a wedding. You know, they toss the bouquet. You're like, well, it's time to go. Or also an orgy, right? All right, picture it. You're at an orgy. You know, you got your finger up in a butthole. There's a finger up in your butthole. Your girl's over there getting railed in the corner. Well, it's time to go, right? Right. I learned this whole concept from the last girlfriend I had in Texas. Her dad was really good at it. I would see him at the orgies. We'd be at a restaurant and he'd be like, well, and then you look around and be like, damn, where'd that motherfucker go? Kind of like my dad did. That one time he went for cigarettes and never came back. The fucked up thing is he didn't smoke. Right? No, but she introduced me to this, and you know, in other places, you know, I'd be going down on her, and she'd be like, well. That's when I knew it was time to grab the vibrator out of the side drawer, finish her off. And then like one day, after a long, hard day at work, you know, I come home, bags are packed, with a sign that said, well. And that's how I end up moving back here to Washington. Right? Yeah, well. I work construction during the day. Yeah. And I end up working in the hospitals a lot. You know, and if anybody's been in the hospitals, they like to play Brahms' Lullaby for when a baby's born. Right? That's kind of cute, right? But like, what about if they play different songs for different events that happen in the hospital? Like you hear, rising up, back on the street. You know, somebody beat cancer, right? That's nice, It was a nice thing. Or you hear, I close my eyes. Somebody passed, but we can't play anything religious. Right? Or you hear, I'm on the highway to hell. We know where they were going. Right? Or you hear, this girl is on fire. She's got chlamydia. Right? Right. No, I do work construction, and like I'm a foreman in construction, and being a foreman in construction is like being the smartest kid in special ed class. And one day my buddy Mark, he comes in, he's like, hey, I made a sex tape with my girl last night. Do you want to watch it? I'm like, hell yeah, I want to watch it. So he hands me his phone, and I'm looking at it, and it's just him jerking off. He's like, no, I'm warming up. She's gonna be there any minute now. Like, what the fuck, man? So I'm watching and watching. It's like 5 minutes long, guys. And then he just finishes. Like, what the fuck? So like after the third time I watched it, I realized she's not coming. She's not coming at all. But I came. All right, dadgummit, that's been my time. I'm fixing to skedaddle. Y'all motherfuckers been great.
All right, our next comic coming to stage asked me a minute ago when this next guy's coming off the stage because she needs to pee really, really bad. So I'm taking a long time to do this introduction so she pees her pants on stage. Someone talk about some other shit, just burn some time. No, I'm just kidding. Our next comic coming to stage. Keep it going for Allison Fine, everybody.
Naren, he doesn't know how fucking incredibly great my pelvic fucking floor is. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that guy. I'm the only female identifying person on the show. I know we're in Tacoma, that's how we say it here. I'm sure you've already seen I'm not the only bitch on the show, though. And there's more to come, too. There's more to come. I do kind of feel like this is a setup. This is my very first Roastamania show, right? I mean, let's see how we end up, though. This is my first Roastamania show, but like most of my friends are black. And they put black jokes at the big clubs, so I have no friends here right now. Like, that's fucked up. One black guy. I don't know him. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I'm so excited to do Roastamania because I think most of these guys think that I'm gonna completely crash out. I might, I don't know. I'm like premenopausal, like that's totally within my age range at this point. Like, it would be totally normal if I did, right? Like everyone would be like, she's 46. I know what I look like. I look like I probably fuck women or black dudes, right? And it's both is the answer. And it's both. I do like men, I like women. I don't change flat tires, though. We leave that shit for lesbians. They're the strong ones among us. I have a strong AAA membership for that. I'm 46 years old. It's weird being queer at this age. People are fucking judgy. I don't know where I fit in sometimes. Lesbian women, they don't like bisexuals. They think we're greedy. I'm like, I will steal your wife and your haircut, but whatever. And I am, like I said, I'm 46 years old. It is a very strange age. It's an age where I can fuck the dad or the son, right? And I have. Right? Like the son was 29. It wasn't like he was underage. I was safe. The son was way better than the dad. He was 29. Like, have you ever seen a 44-year-old fuck? Like, it's not good. It's not good. I'm also a mom. I look at them like none of these bitches have kids. Who else is a mom? Actually, these are of the generation of we will never have kids, which is a smart move to make, ladies. I'm the mom of a 30-year-old special needs kid that I adopted out of foster care, which means I'm a better parent than all of you. It's also the worst decision I've ever made in my life. My daughter's like a permanent teenager, right? Like, she came to me when she was 16. The first chore she ever did was dishes. At 30, we still fucking argue about how to do the dishes. I love her so much. That's my daily meditation. That's the one that's on the Post-it note in my room. You love your daughter today. Right there in my bathroom. Every morning I just remind myself before I look at her room. My daughter's amazing, actually. When I started comedy a few years ago, she was super supportive. She'd be like, Mom, go out, have a good time, stay out as late as you want. I'm like, bitch, this is my house. Not curfewing me. It's weird. One day I was leaving the house and I said, I'm doing better at comedy, I'm getting on more shows. Maybe one day I'll get a Netflix special, I can quit my job, we'll be rich. She looked at me with those cold blue adopted eyes. And she said, I don't know if you're that funny though. So that weekend when she started basketball for Special Olympics, I booed her the whole time. I feel like that was a fair trade, right? I love my daughter so much. I do. It is weird being 46, your body changes, you go through a lot of stuff. Like, I had a hysterectomy last summer. Just a bunch of unwanted parts weren't getting used anymore. My first question when the doctor recommended it was, will I lose any weight? The uterus doesn't weigh very much. I said, did you check for a tumor? There's no tumor in there. But I had that hysterectomy, and it's like a 6-week recovery time, which is a very long time. I know this body doesn't yell active to you, but I'm an active person. First couple of days are fine. You got friends texting you, are you good? How you feeling? Can I bring you anything? Do you have any Oxy I could buy, right? No, I don't have any Oxy. I took all the Oxy, trust me. By day like 9, though, it's very lonely. I turned the ringer on my phone just to hear what it sounded like. Day 12, I got a little text message. I was like, oh, my mom remembered I'm alive. No, it was Verizon, like, bitch, pay your phone bill. I just talked to the chat bot for like 30 minutes. I felt like they cared. I watched all the way to the end of Netflix. And I know that sounds weird. You're like, how do you know there's an end of Netflix? Because I woke up at 2 in the morning and it said, bitch, we're not watching you anymore. Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. It is a weird age. It is a weird age. You can do a lot of drugs, but they affect you differently, right? Like everyone here smokes weed or does weed or mushrooms or something now. Do you remember the first time you got sick off of gummies? Anybody have that experience? Okay, I'll tell you about mine. I took 4. I took 4 gummies. It was kind of a wild night. I thought I was gonna be cool for a while, and then all of a sudden, like the room's spinning. I had to have my daughter come in, and we called the nurses line, which is like a very white way to call a manager, but for doctors, right? And the doctor was like, just throw up and go to sleep, you'll be fine. It wasn't weed, it was 4 iron gummies though. Like at 46, you can't even take vitamins right. Like it sucks. It really sucks. I've been a big girl my whole life. Shout out to the big girls in the room. And ladies, I hate to tell you, but at least 2 of you will eventually be a big girl, so. These 2 are like, we're okay with it. Get them some more pretzel bites. It's true. I actually used to weigh like 500 pounds. I had a gastric bypass, and now this is where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I actually feel better right now in my life than I ever have. Also, I've never been ugly. Let's like get that shit straight. I've always been pretty. But my knees do hurt, you know? Being a big girl's weird. Like, okay, first of all, I think it's funny that there's a trope that girls like this get more dick than girls like me, because it's not true. I get so much dick. Like, not just from black dudes, white men hit on me too. Like, there are white men out there that know pussy looks like. And it's this. But being a big girl, like I got bullied for, in fact, tonight, it's a roast, I'm sure. Like, low-hanging fruit for these boys, just like they're nuts. But being a big girl really saved my life, I'll tell you that. Being a big girl really saved my life. And that sounds weird, because most people like me die early because we like bacon. Which is fair. Which is fair. But I'll explain. Being a big girl saved my life. 6 years ago, I was married to an amazing husband, but he was bipolar. He was using drugs. He had a psychotic break, and he stabbed me 9 times. Yeah. I spent 35 days at Harborview. He got charged with my murder eventually. But I lived because I'm a big bitch, right? These poor ladies, gone, all of them. Just no time to have babies or not have babies. No one, they're not gonna be bigger. They're gonna be dead if they were in my situation. It's just the way it is. Life has changed since that kind of trauma. Like, my Tinder profile says I look like I used to date Freddy Krueger. I'm like the 50 Cent of stab wounds now. Well, not many black people, but we got it. I'm proud of you guys, Tacoma. Yeah, it's just different. It's just different. I get triggered sometimes, not by like scary movies or anything where I know there's gonna be like a violent stabbing scene potentially. Real life shit. Real life shit happens. I live in Federal Way. I'm from the Bay Area. That just means I've never been anywhere safe in my life. Okay, you motherfuckers laughed a long time at that joke. I like Federal Way, so fuck you. But yeah, it's scary. One morning I woke up and there was a Facebook post about a man who was in a park near my house and he had gotten into a fight the night before and he got stabbed twice and he died. And I thought a couple things in that moment. Number one, I'm so grateful to be here, right? And number two, women really are the superior gender. Because that dude got stabbed twice and he died. Like, what a bitch. Period. I also, I have a stepson now. He was 2 when I got stabbed, and his mom has stayed in my life. We're like a little family. She kind of looks like a lesbian too, so it all makes sense. It all makes sense for us. But like, we've thought about like how to explain to him one day that like his dad, you know, what happened and everything. And I figured it out last summer. I watched a movie. It made it all make sense. We're just gonna tell him his dad was Wolverine. I'm like one stab wound away from a punch card being filled out. Like, I don't know what for, but I hope it's another husband or wife. And I hope they don't try and kill me this time, you know? All right, I think that's been my time. Thank you so much for having
Keep
me.
it going for Allison, everybody. Great job. And we're gonna have Robert Pitter come up here too. Yeah. Isn't it crazy? Like watching her tell jokes, you like realize like, wow, she only got stabbed 9 times. That was it. Fucking crazy. What a fucking quitter, you know. All right, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do rock, paper, scissors, shoot to see who gets to go first. All right. Rubbing his belly for good luck. All right, here we go. All right, go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay. All right, Robert. Joke number 1.
When they asked me to roast Allison, I wasn't sure if I was ready. But like someone else, I figured, fuck it. I'll just take a stab at it. Kendrick Lamar says mustard on that beat, ho. Mustard! Allison says put gravy on that beef though. Gravy!
You should have stopped when you were ahead. Joke number one, go ahead.
Robert went to Guam a few months ago. I don't know if he told you about that, his trip to Guam. He went to Guam and he got upset because there was no lady boys there. When you drop out of school in the 4th grade, you never learn that all Asian countries don't look alike.
This is very progressive of you. I'm really proud of you, dude. Good job. Joke number 2.
Some were upset that Little Mermaid was played by a black girl. Allison was upset that she didn't get the role for Ursula.
Never heard that before, you guys.
Joke number 2.
Robert actually really does fool people into thinking that he's Mexican, but he's white, right? Until you ask him his favorite Taco Tuesday spot, and he says Jack in the Box.
Hold on a second. We got a white lady that identifies as a black woman, and a white guy identifies as Mexican. We have Spokane at a fucking show right now, guys. It's crazy. What's your joke number 2? 2, 3? Okay. I lost track. 3. There's 3. My bad, fuck.
Okay. All right, Allison recently got a hysterectomy. They cleaned her out, found an old blunt. Not just an ordinary blunt, one with the, old blunt with still the seeds in it. A Viewmaster. A digital ground cassette tape. The one with Humpty Dance Sands on it? Yeah. And a Jose Canseco Oakland A's autographed jersey.
Whoa. Did she have a vagina or an old Kmart down there? That's crazy.
I mean, he's not wrong. I've been getting my pussy ate for a long time, so that blunt thing might have been real. Okay, I wasn't gonna do this in this order, but I'm jealous of Robert actually, because I had a hysterectomy and I never got to have a real child. Yeah, it's been rough a bit, right? And he looks like he's about to deliver his 3rd. Matter of fact, are you in labor right now? Somebody call the ambulance, you guys.
All right. This is number 4, right?
Yeah,
okay.
4.
Okay.
Cuatro,
yeah. Allison's a bisexual. Bisexual. I don't think she's a true bisexual because she never asked me to smell her finger.
That's the Tacoma aroma.
Yeah, I'm just worried with her long fingernails that she's gonna scratch up some young lady's labia majora, labia minora, the vulva. Allison's manicure is gonna make some young lady get a Brazilian.
Hold on, it's just she's bisexual, but he looks like he buys sexual favors. That's what it is.
Robert wants to be Mexican so bad.
How bad?
That when he lived in Texas, he tried to pay a coyote to get him into Mexico.
Where the fuck did accent come from? Oh my god.
From California.
Federal way, my ass. That's Burien, okay? That's Burien as fuck.
All right, last joke?
Last joke. Joke 5.
Okay. All right, I hope she doesn't sue me for the last one. But if she does, I hope she uses Judge Mathis. For some reason, black guys are into her. But can you blame them? Because a lot of black guys don't have a dad. And she has a father figure. Hold on. she found out she was a little black, but that was because the DNA test was a mouth swab.
Wait. He just gets
Hold on.
roasted one?
It took him a while, but he fucking got there. Okay, it took him a while. Okay. Last joke, joke 5.
Robert's big Pillsbury Doughboy energy over here. All right. Robert has a child who is non-binary. I love them very much. That means that they don't know if they want to be a boy or a girl. But what they do know is they don't want to be Robert's child.
Give it up for both these guys. Give it up for them. Great round. Those two are gonna have the angriest sex tonight. It's gonna be fucking crazy. It's gonna smell worse than her fingers. Oh my god. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Hell yeah. That was a double. All right, guys, you ready to go to our next comic? Our next comic won Roastamania last year. Very funny. He's gonna be headlining some of my shows I'm putting on. Keep it up with Jess Everett, everybody.
Hello. Hi, everybody. How are you? You good? Hi. That was aggressive. Hi. Good to see you. I got treats for everybody. You look like you have some headache powder there. You got a headache powder. You snort that. You never get a headache the rest of your life. That's for you. Here you go, buddy. There's a little tampon for you. Keep that in. That'll be nice. There's a little pad, little panty liner there. I think that one's just for thongs. It's very thin, so you might leak. Hopefully it's a light day. Good to be here. Good to see you all. A lot of bathroom talk the past couple of years. A lot of bathroom talk, like who can use what bathroom, you know what I mean? Like what bathroom do you use typically? If you got a male and female bathroom, what bathroom do you use? Probably the female. Well, it's not very well lit in here, so whatever that is, good for you. Who could have seen that coming? I didn't know that was gonna happen. No, there's a lot of people who are like really up in arms, like who can use what bathroom, you know what I mean? I figure if you're an adult, use whatever bathroom you want, just keep your hands to yourself, you know what I mean? Don't be doing bathroom crimes in there, you know? I do think though bathrooms should be separated by age. I think there should be adult bathrooms, kid bathrooms. Keep them far apart. I'm just tired of seeing little kid dicks. I'm sure you've experienced this. Kids come in, just dick out willy-nilly. Just get sent in there alone, dick out. Not even close to a piss receptacle. Got no piss etiquette, these kids. It's rude, disgusting behavior. They should be arrested, I think. Them or their parents, they'll come in, just dick out. I don't want to see that, you know what I mean? I'm not looking for kid dicks. I swear to God I'm not. They'll come in like, and you try to look away, you turn around. A lot of mirrors in bathrooms. Well, you turn around, just a dick. It's like a kaleidoscope of disgusting little kid dicks. It's terrible. You don't know what that kid's gonna say to their parents when they come out, you know what I mean? Like, that man in there saw my penis. Like, I did see the penis. I was not trying to see the penis. Forced it on me. Terrible. I can't come out before the kid preemptively. Like, some fucking kid in here doesn't know when to pull his dick out, you know? Parents don't like that. Now all of a sudden you're the bad guy. That's no good. I am recently married. Thank you. Finally got married after 10 years of being together. We were together 10 years. People are like, why did it take 10 years to marry her? I just kept expecting her to realize she could do better. Now I'm starting to wonder if maybe I could have. I got mixed up there. She's a nice lady, very sweet gal. She doesn't drink or smoke or do anything fun really at all. She just wakes up happy. I don't understand it. I don't get that. She gets these gigs though. People will hire her to like house sit for them. These rich people get hired at a house sit, dog sit. So they'll hire her to be in their home for like weeks at a time, taking care of their home, taking care of their animals, and then just I'm fucking in there too. They don't know me at all. They didn't know I was part of the package. But I'm in there. And I'm snooping around. I'm trying on all your rich people clothes. Ooh, cashmere, this is nice. I like this. Embroidered robes and things, wear them naked, you got to. I never steal anything, I'm not a thief. I do sweat in my sleep, so I'm leaving a little Jess behind every time I go. Get a little bit of me on there. Now, I grew up in apartments. I was a poor kid growing up. I never thought I would get to see houses like what we get to stay in. Very fancy places. This last place we stayed, this guy, he's got a home office. I don't know what he does for work. A lot of overseas travel. Very suspicious. But he's got a home office, pictures of himself on the wall of his office with him and U.S. presidents. I'm like, I'm not a political guy, you know what I mean? But I'm never getting my picture taken next to a president. That seems pretty fancy. What I have done, though, is had many sexual relations in that man's bed. So, pretty close. Pretty close. If I ever get a home office, it'd be pictures of me in his bed. Like, we did it, buddy. Almost met a president. Rich people got good beds, too. Sturdy, those things. You put everything you got in them. No moving, no squeaking or nothing. They really stay put. It's nice. We got one of them cheap metal frame guys at home. You start fucking in the bedroom, you end up in the kitchen. Now you gotta fuck your way back upstairs. Just get stuck down there. Start making a grocery list. We're out of milk, you know. We were recently doing cowgirl type. You guys ever do cowgirl type? With the sex there, that's where the lady's on top. Normally, I'm the one that tends to the livestock in our sexual endeavors. I'm not bragging, but I'm kind of the cow guy at our house. Deal with them usually. She wanted to give it a shot. She wanted to saddle up, you know, so I was like, get along, little doggy, let's see what you got. She hopped up, she's doing her thing, and it came to kind of a moment of fruition on my end, you know, I was getting ready to buck her off there. She did not make it the full 8 seconds. She hopped off kind of wonky, fell off the bed. It was a whole thing. I didn't have time to get up and deposit in a proper location. I just giddy-upped all over myself. I have never felt so much like a lady. I was like, get the towel, please, quickly. It's running down my side. It's gonna get on the sheets. This isn't even our bed. These got to be 1,000 thread count. We got to dry clean this. This is terrible. She's a nice lady. She does this cool thing where she swallows. It's disgusting. I didn't ask for that. Not a single request. To be honest, I didn't even know that was a real thing. You know what I mean? I had heard rumors, you know. I had heard tales. I'd seen it on film, but I thought it was just quick editing, you know, tricking the camera for cinematic effect. The first time she did it, I was like, why'd you do that? I wouldn't have done that. Yuck. She'll come in for a kiss. I'm like, so soon, you know? Get some water, maybe an aperitif, you know? Cleanse the palate a bit. All right, I think I'm about done. I'll see you guys in a minute. I've been Jess Everett. Good night.
Great job, Jess. Great job. You guys ready for our final comic tonight? Keep it going for Casey McLean, everybody.
Wow, thank you. One more time for Nar and Jess and all the comics you've seen tonight. All right, that's enough. Thank you. Do you guys miss when people didn't talk about bidets so much? You push someone that this motherfucker's an evangelist for bidet. I hate them. They do that shit. They force them on you. My friend, he's like, you gotta get a bidet. You have to get a bidet. I don't want a bidet. He's like, you gotta get one. He goes, my ass is clean as a whistle. Yeah, whistles are full of saliva and bacteria. I believe you. The amount of people talk about bidets makes me miss homophobia, to be honest with you. I don't think homophobia is good. I voted for gay marriage or whatever I'm supposed to say for this joke, but I don't think homophobia is good, but I do miss when people felt shame to talk about bidets. They're like, yeah, I tried a bidet in Europe, but I'm not like fully bidet, if you know what I'm saying. I think it's okay to be gay. I remember when I found out what that is. Because my parents were like, what's gay? My parents were like, it's when two boys love each other. And I'm like, well, I love my friend Ricky Johnson. We must be gay. And they go, no, it's when two boys like kiss each other. Well, like we kiss each other on the lips when we leave each other every time. We must be gay. And then I found out what gay dudes are actually doing, and I fucking was homophobic for like 25 years. It was... I don't know how to transition to this next joke. I have two kids at home, two young daughters. I have a 5-year-old. Thank you. I have a 5-year-old. I love her so much. She's like the light of my life. My favorite person in the whole world, and I have a 1-year-old that I just started to like a little bit recently. I got to a point where my wife and I were like, this is a bad person, actually. She's got traits that we don't like going forward. She was born 2 months before Donald Trump got arrested, but she's been making that face from his mugshot her entire life. She's been scowling at us her entire life. But the 5-year-old's cool. She's cool. It's cool to have a 5-year-old because you get to like see him experience life. I took her to a restaurant, which no one's happy about, by the way. When you bring a 5-year-old in a restaurant, no one's happy. She's not happy. I'm not happy. The staff is fucking furious. Okay. But I bring her in, and the people in the restaurant, they're excited to see her when she's outside of the restaurant. There's like old ladies pawing at her and waving to her when she's outside of the restaurant. When she crosses the threshold and enters that restaurant, those same ladies are having Vietnam flashbacks from when they had children. There's like a shell shock noise, high-pitched sound, fucking Creedence Clearwater Revival's playing. I sit her down at the table. I'm trying to get things going smoothly. I try to take her jacket off. She screams full volume into my face. I try to take her hat off. She screams full volume into my face. When you're a dude that looks like me with a kid alone in a restaurant, you don't get 3 tries at trying to take their clothes off before they're like, that guy abducted that kid, okay? She was talking to me, and there was a basketball game on the TV behind her. I started watching the basketball game, and I stopped paying attention to her, and she noticed. She turns around to the basketball game. It was a team with black jerseys versus a team with blue jerseys. She goes, Dad, which team do we like? I go, we like the team with the blue jerseys. She goes, yeah, we don't like the black guys. And I go, no. We like the black guys. We like the black guys. Don't tell your grandpa. He got really mad at your aunt for saying she liked the black guys one time, but we like the black guys. We had to teach her about death recently, which you can fuck a kid up if you teach them wrong about death. Which I know because the first person I knew that died was my great-grandma, Grandma Fisher. She had Alzheimer's. She was 90 years old. My parents sat me down. They go, Casey, we want you to know last night, Grandma Fisher, she was very old, she was very sick, she was in a lot of pain. She passed away last night, but now she's in heaven. She has a perfect mind and a perfect body. And I went to sleep that night, and I could not stop thinking about my grandma with a 90-year-old wrinkly face and a fucking beautiful, perfect body. It fucked me up about death for a long time. So my uncle died. My Uncle Bob, my daughter met him one time. They're not close, but she liked him. She remembered him. And he died, and I was like, maybe this is the soft landing we need into death. And we sat her down, and we go, hey, you remember Uncle Bob? She goes, yeah. And we go, well, we're sorry to tell you, he was very sick. He passed away last night. And she goes, all right, could I go watch cartoons? And we're like, oh, fuck, this is a psychopath. And then our cat died, and I gotta tell you about this cat, because he was an asshole. My wife had him when we started dating, and I'm allergic to cats, which I found out I'm very allergic to cats, because I went to an allergist after we started dating, and he gets the results to me. He goes, dude, do you guys like have a cat? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, do you have to keep it? And I was like, well, it came with the girlfriend. And he goes, do you have to keep her? His medical advice was to break up with my girlfriend. So for 14 years, I took 2 pills and 1 nasal spray every day so I could live with this cat. And the way he rewarded me was by scratching me until I bled once a week, and then running under our bed and shitting under our bed every time we left our bedroom door open. And every time he would shit under the bed, my wife was like, this is a bad sign. This is what cats do when they're about to die. And I was like, thank God, fucking finally. And then I'd take him to the vet, and the vet would be like, no, he's perfectly healthy. And I'm like, are you serious? And they're like, yeah, he's gonna live a long, healthy life. And I'm like, is there nothing you can do? And then he died, and I realized the day that he died that people will say that pets are like family members, just like any human being. That's bullshit. I found out that day. I'm sorry, you're offended? I'm sorry to tell you. They're not. This is how I know, because when my cat died, when you imagine, you get a pet and you imagine their final days, you like all hug them all at the same time, kiss them on the face, and then send them over the Rainbow Bridge. That's not what happened. 2 weeks earlier, perfect health. I come out that morning, the cat is dead in our living room, sprawled out. It looked like it was painful, to be honest with you. I wanted a refund from that vet, okay? And I come out, and it's an inconvenient day for our cat to die. My wife had planned my sister's baby shower. And I come out, and by the way, I bring my dog out to go out to the yard, and I realize my daughter's coming down the stairs. I stop her, I go, no, stay up there. I come back, my dog is just beating the shit out of this dead cat, okay? She's exacting revenge that she couldn't for the 6 years they lived together. And so it's an inconvenient day, so I shove the cat in a box and I put him in my garage until I can deal with him, which is not how I would deal with my dad if he passed away in my living room, okay? We went through the day, I wore sunglasses, I cried behind the sunglasses the whole day, nobody noticed. We got home, I sat our daughter down, and I go, hey, we want you to know, last night, Tuffy was very old. He passed away. She starts sobbing immediately. We're like, thank God, fucking empathy. Oh my God. We dodged a bullet on psychopath, I think. Maybe a literal bullet in this case. That was scary for a minute. One person has heard of mass shootings, I guess? I don't know. And she's sobbing, she's crying so hard, and she stops abruptly. And she goes, wait, are we gonna stuff him? And I go, why would you think we're gonna stuff him? And she goes, well, I have a lot of stuffed animals in my bedroom. This kid has 85 stuffed animals in her bedroom. She thought we were having an animal holocaust before she was born, so we could decorate her bedroom. Why does she think she has all these baby dolls? Because my wife is pro-choice? And I go, no, we're gonna have him cremated. She goes, that sounds great. He loved cream. But what does it mean? I'm like, well, different families have different customs. You like your Uncle Bob, you remember him? That guy you didn't care about? Well, he got cremated. I want to be cremated. Mama wants to be cremated. When you die, it's your choice. You can do whatever you want. And she goes, yeah, but what does it mean? I was trying to avoid the question, and she caught me. And I go, well, what they do is they light him on fire and burn him until it becomes ashes. And she goes, ooh, I'd rather be stuffed, to be honest with you. You have to set boundaries with kids, too. They test you in ways that parenting books can't prepare you for. Like, and I remember when I was a kid, I got to learn boundaries because I had an aunt that kissed me on the mouth for way too long. My Auntie Teal, she kissed me for too long. And my mom, at one point, she goes, Casey, if an adult ever makes you uncomfortable, tell me and I will talk to them. Because I thought if I talked to my aunt, she was going to be like, no, we're kissing, goddammit. And so I told my mom, I was like, Auntie Teal, she kisses me, I'm not comfortable with it. And then my mom talked to her, and everything was fine. We moved on with our lives. It was a big trust-building moment for my mom and I. And then I had a kid the same year that documentary about Tom Brady came out, where he was laying on a massage table and his son kissed him on the mouth for longer than anybody was comfortable with. And I was like, that's not gonna be me. That's a boundary we gotta set. That's not gonna be me. I'm not a kiss on the mouth, Dad. Not me. You're not gonna catch me in that shit. I'm not a kiss on the mouth, Dad. No way. But what I didn't know is that you could be not a kiss on the mouth, Dad, and still have a kiss on the mouth kid. Because she has to have it. I don't know what to tell you. She has to be kissed on the mouth. And I don't like it. I wanna be clear about that. You guys are really fucking turning on me right now. It's not fun to kiss a kid, okay? Also, I didn't realize that if I sacrificed and kissed her like she wanted, she would criticize me for my technique. She's like, Dad, you're not doing it right. I'm like, I don't know how to fucking kiss a kid. I don't know what I do. I think we can all agree, mouth closed, right? Some of you should agree harder, to be honest with you. Mouth closed, we can agree on that. How about eyes, open or closed? I don't know. I tried closed, I opened them, we were not aligned on that, okay? My daughter, full fucking holes being burned into my head. And I told my wife, I'm like, I don't think this is good. I don't want to do this anymore. And she goes, don't make this weird. I'm like, I'm not the one making it weird. This is on her. This is not on me at all. So I took her to bed the other night, and I was like, hey, we gotta like stop this, right? This is crazy. What we're doing, this is crazy. You're too old for this. I'm too old for this. Like, we gotta stop kissing on the mouth, right? And she goes, we're kissing, goddammit. So I went downstairs and I called my mom. I go, hey, somebody's making me very uncomfortable. All right, thank you guys so much. Do I stay up here? I don't know. I assume I stay up here, right?
Keep it going for Casey, everyone. Just give it up for Jess Everett. Keep it up for Jess. Come up here, too. Jess ran out of drugs to give other people in the front row. We're going to do rock, paper, scissors, shoot to see who gets to go first. All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, on the first one.
Got it. I want Jess to go first.
Okay, Jess is going first. Joke number one, everybody.
All right, first joke. Are you ready? Get that? Well, they'll figure that out. Casey doesn't smoke weed because his wife won't let him.
Pussy.
Yeah, I don't blame her though, because can you imagine if he had more of an appetite?
You guys remember Allison from earlier? Oh, yeah. That lady who the only thing about her that's thin is her skin? I don't know. She's got a, you guys don't know this. She has a reputation for getting offended very easily. She got mad at Jess a couple years ago for using the R word on stage because she's a little bit R-worded herself. And here's what I know. I've known Jess for a long time. Jess has multiple sclerosis, and at one point he thought kratom was the cure for multiple sclerosis. When Jess started comedy, his biggest comedy influence he thought was Kevin Hart. I knew him when he quit stand-up to do improv comedy. Listen, I don't know who's allowed to say the N-word, or the N-word? Holy shit. All right, that was a Freudian stuff. That's what I'm really into.
And he just lost. That's crazy. I thought we were doing a joke, not a goddamn story, Casey.
I don't know who's allowed to say the R word, but I know there's people with Down syndrome that have less right to it than Jess Everett, okay?
That was not worth it. Oh my God.
I do have a disease.
Got him.
Casey's wife does wear the pants in their relationship, but it's just because most of his no longer fit. So.
I do like that he has a disease because that's the only way I'll die after him. You guys remember that guy that killed the healthcare CEO, Luigi Mangione? You remember him? Woo, that's great. Jess looks a little bit like that guy after he gets fucked in prison for several decades.
I could only hope. Casey is a big data guy. He's really into analytics and tracking sports statistics. And though he's never tracked a single calorie in his entire life, his body is shaped like a pie chart. So that's...
Jess's mom died almost 20 years ago.
That is not the punchline, you asshole.
She'd be happy to hear you laugh about it. Jess's mom died over 20 years ago, and I'm a parent. I fear dying also and missing out on all of my children's accomplishments. But Jess is a good son. He has refused to accomplish anything since she died.
His mom had a United Healthcare. That's what it was. Or
No, she's dead.
why does that make you laugh so fucking hard? That is so fucked up.
Oh, man. Casey absolutely refuses to exercise. Though, to be fair, simply breathing could be considered weightlifting in his case.
Jess doesn't have any parents. Jess's mom died when he was young. We've been over that one. He actually met his dad one time and he made a conscious choice to never see him again after that.
Joke number 5.
He's dead too now. Casey does have 2 young daughters. They're nice gals. It's
They're alive. Calm the fuck down.
Nah, it's just a shame he'll never be able to walk them down the aisle, just because he will have lost his feet to diabetes by then.
Jess has multiple sclerosis. He also gives his wife multiple orgasms. Because anything multiplied by 0 is still 0.
That's it. Give it up for these two. And what we're gonna do is gonna bring the rest of them up on stage. The rest of you guys get up here. Everyone here on stage. And what we're gonna do, guys, is a free-for-all. And at the end of this free-for-all, you guys are gonna choose a duo that did the best, okay? So, who wants to go up first? Go ahead.
We can do you two, right?
Yeah, of course, do me. My parents are still alive. Okay, chill.
Naren took a trip all over Asia last year, and his dad told him to bring home a wife. But even women desperate to come to America won't come back with Naren.
Man, she really hates guys that travel. That's fucking crazy. I can move.
She's used to dudes incarcerated. Yeah, Nar did go to Asia. He went to Thailand. He's been single the whole time I've known him. And then he went to Thailand alone, which I think is really cool and not weird at all, okay? I think that's super cool and not suspicious at all. And he did not fuck any young children, okay? I want to make that clear. All he did there was try a family's 12-year-old broth. Broth is the name of their son, but it's unrelated.
Naren is actually an ordained minister.
Yes.
He was just under the impression that meant that the Catholic Church would protect him like they do their priests.
Naren sells pet insurance. It's true. Then his clients' pets go missing, and he wonders why. It's because he's Asian, and they eat all the fucking dogs.
There's layers to that joke. Oh my God. Go ahead.
Naren is very proud of being Cambodian, which is crazy because I always thought he was just a non-binary Samoan.
That was good. Fuck me up. Come on.
Wait, you want me to do you, Naren?
Please.
All right, going back to the Thailand trip. Naren took a trip to Thailand, and everybody knows he paid for sex while he was there. Now, I support sex work, but I could never support anyone having to have sex with Naren.
I went to Japan too, guys. Okay, come on.
Remember earlier I told you that Robert paid a coyote to take him over to Mexico? Crispin was the coyote, you guys.
Yo, let's give her an Allison. She looks like a lesbian Arizona tea can. It's fucking great. And let's give her a Crispin Melchor. Crispin Melchor sounds like a Mexican air fryer. It's crazy. Oh, okay, fuck, let's go around. Tony Cardoza right there. Tony is Italian and Jewish, which means he only tips at the Olive Garden. Go, please go.
I'm so curious if this is gonna make everyone else laugh as much as it made me laugh. So, it's funny seeing Casey McLean and Allison Fine on stage together, because I feel like Allison looks like what Casey looks like without a beard. Wait, hold on. There's more to this. So when I was working on these roasts, I showed people pictures of everyone on stage. Immediately stopped that. They were so fucking mean. But Allison's were my favorite. Somebody saw her Instagram and goes, "That's a lady?" The second one was somebody with that many piercings has to hate themselves. It's like, Jesus. That one I didn't like, but I was like, all right.
She's used to all those stabbing, so she's fine.
Yes, but the last one was my favorite. They said, everyone knows one of those.
So Crispin just told you how he doesn't write his own jokes, obviously. Me for this show because someone had to bring big dick energy, you know what I'm
Her clit is pretty big, guys. It's really fucking big. It has foreskin. I don't know fucking why it does. Her clit has 5 skin. It's fucking crazy.
Allison is really proud to tell people that she's never fucked a white guy. Which I gotta tell you, we all got together as white guys, and we're really proud of that also. That's actually how the Proud Boys started, is we were like, we all got together and we were like, fuck, we are so proud we didn't fuck that lady.
To be fair, Casey does it like he goes to all white meetings. He totally does.
One more thing about Allison. She's an Oakland A's fan who got a hysterectomy, which means that's two unfriendly arenas that have been banished to Sacramento.
She said I'll just do this one. She said I could write about this. Allison has had multiple miscarriages. Miscarriages. I don't know if they would call that a miss. I feel like their decision making was pretty accurate, actually.
Allison has fucked so many black guys, she developed secondhand sickle cell.
Allison doesn't ask to see the manager, she acts to see the manager.
Hold on. Robert Pitter is white, but he looks like Mexican Santa Claus. It's crazy.
Okay, so I don't know if Tony mentioned, but Tony's mom was a fucking drug addict. And I told you I have an adopted daughter. Her mom was also on drugs. So that's why I love Tony so much. He's also a meth baby, you know?
Tony, he's a soldier, and he looks like gay Frankie Muniz. He looks like Malcolm in the Middle East.
Tony is an active member of the military, and his dad was a cross-dresser, which his mother refers to as stolen valor. So that's...
Tony is a veteran, or soon-to-be veteran. 22 veterans commit suicide a day. We're hoping he's number 23.
Tony is dating a Puerto Rican. She will dump him the moment she finds out that Puerto Ricans are already citizens.
Jess looks like a Jew going undercover as a pedophile.
You guys know that Travis Kelce used to date a thick black woman before Taylor Swift? Allison Fine identifies as a thick black woman, even though she's built like Andy Reid.
I know you're not making an Andy Reid joke.
This is a quick one. Jess, I feel like some people say Jess Everett looks like a pedophile, and I always tell them, like, damn, you should have seen him before the mustache.
Crispin actually lost 70 pounds. Give it up for Crispin, everybody. Still struggles to see his penis. So that's...
Okay, I didn't watch his set because I don't think he's that funny, but Jess often holds his hand right here when he tells jokes. Did he do that? Yeah. It used to be really endearing. It used to be really endearing to me, and then I realized that's where his wife kicks him.
It's good to see Casey and Jess working together, bringing autism and racism together. All about the isms, you know? One burns crosses, one plays with trains. One has stuffed heads on the wall, the other has stuffed animals all organized. One smokes brisket, one smokes meth.
Robert has a felony for burglary, and his favorite team is the Houston Astros. He just loves He just loves stealing shit. It's crazy. Don't let me finish, Doc.
Pinner is a foreman for construction jobs. It goes to show that whether he's working or taking a shit, he's gonna bury your pipes.
Robert Pinner is a Houston Astros fan. They got in a lot of trouble for banging trash cans in the dugout. He didn't understand why they got in trouble because banging trash cans is what he called dating in his 20s.
Narin has a podcast that you guys have never heard of. But once he had a guest on who was a comic who then said he was a drug and alcohol counselor, and Narin quit that podcast immediately because he thought it was going to be a fucking intervention.
Allison. Allison is a white girl that lives in the hood. If she was a food, she would be gentrified chicken. Allison was stabbed 9 times. If she was a musician, she would be Swifty Cent.
Robert, you've all seen Robert and his body. Robert smokes meats as a hobby. That's actually not the only food he inhales, though. So that's.
Casey looks like a transgender man that got really into baseball recently.
Casey looks like the red stapler guy from Office Space if he had a black wife.
Jess looks like he would give you a riddle before you cross the bridge.
Robert's dad left when he was little, he says. I'm assuming that means like immediately after conception.
So sad. Casey McLean looks like Seth Rogen from Temu. Yeah, he bowed. He also looks like he peaked in high school and now he just peeks through bedroom windows.
Crispin Melcher looks like his name should be Antonio Cardoza. That was you don't know who that is. That was the guy you fucking roasted on the show.
Good one, Casey.
Thank you. And I got more. Fuck you, Narin. Hold on, fuck you. Narin, by the way, you guys remember when Trump was like, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats? We were all appalled. Narin started looking up Zillow listings in Springfield, Ohio.
There we go.
Yeah.
Quick and short.
I've never heard a name like Crispin Melcher before. I don't know the name Crispin. To me, it sounds like a guy who's on a country club boardroom, and then I see him, he looks like a landscaper at that country club. All right, fuck you guys.
Allison was stabbed 6 times by her ex. 9 times. My bad.
It was more
I
times,
didn't mean to
motherfucker.
misquote the domestic violence. I'm sorry. The most unfortunate thing about that is her mouth was left unharmed. I'm not justifying it, but I get it.
Casey looks like he would invite kids into his van for candy. Only for the candy. But then he ate all the candy.
Narin has hosted Roastamania for a long time, right? He likes to book really diverse lineups. So like Casey and Jess, they're the veteran comics here, and Robert and I are the best friends, and Tony and Crispin are the gay couple, obviously.
Allison used to teach English, not PE.
She has a PE teacher haircut for sure.
She she did teach English. It was more of a subcategory of English called Ebonics.
I am multilingual, thank you.
Jess looks like a carnival worker. He is scamming people with the ring toss.
Jess Everett didn't graduate high school. He used to do meth and lives with his girlfriend's parents. He's like if Spanaway was a person.
I don't live with them anymore.
Coming on up.
I once did a show with Casey, and a couple of his fans showed up wearing his merch, and they looked exactly like him. He truly is the Rosa Parks of dudes that get winded walking upstairs.
He's a Rosa Trailer Parks. That's what it is.
So I worry about Narin finding a woman to take care of him when his liver eventually fails from alcoholism. But wait, his mom and his sisters, they're all nurses. He'll be okay.
Allison was on Judge Mathis on Lost. She lost on Judge Mathis, which fulfills her dreams of being fucked by a black guy. It's crazy.
At least I got fucked, Narin.
We've known he got penetrated at least 9 times.
Crispin was a latchkey kid. He's the only latchkey kid that I seen doing bumps off the key.
How we lost that 70 pounds? Last part.
All right, I'll give some shit to Penner because I haven't made fun of him yet. I like him so much. He calls himself an honorary fool, which is very endearing, but in the Mexican community, we call him Güero Peor Gringo, which means worst white man.
Hey, I know in a few minutes you guys are gonna have to vote for the best couple of the night, right? But I think that the real winner here is this fucking stage for holding all of us at one fucking time.
All right, man, finally. So when I first met Crispin, he had a lesbian haircut. A Mexican with a lesbian haircut. If he was a car, he'd be a Subaru wetback. Last one, better be good.
Casey's fleshlight is a mini KFC bucket.
All right, let's get it for everybody here. Get it for everybody. Stand next to her. All right, what you guys gonna do is gonna choose for the duo that had the best overall performance tonight. Just cheer for that one duo, okay? Make it easy. Who thought these two won? Who thought these two won? Who the fuck booed? Oh my god. Who thought these two won? Who thought these two won? Man, they didn't get any boos. That's crazy. Who about these two? These two right here. Congratulations to these guys right here. That's good. Give it up for these two right here. Everybody give up for them. Great job. All right. Okay. So Allison's gonna be selling stickers in our back. If you guys enjoy the show, we do this every last Sunday of the month. Also, 2 weeks from now, I'll be headlining here, so please come out to that. It'll be fucking great. Come out to that show. I'll do different jokes. It'll be a lot of fun. Buy some stickers from her. Take care of your tabs. Have a good night. Thank you so much, everybody.
Allison's selling merch on a roast show. That's the most Jewish thing about her.
Buy a sticker from her.
Casey's my real dad.